Wait. Am I audible now? Now there shouldn't be any problem. Now you have to respond. Thank you very much. Once again, a very good morning to all of you and welcome to the session. The Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. When you ask the question, what is the enrichment, comprehension, and vocabulary, some important words, many words are there today. Grammar consolidation, effective English, mini mocks not here, vocab consolidation. When you ask the question, what is this editorial about? This editorial discusses the high expectations surrounding Nara Chandrababu Naidu as he takes office for the fourth time as Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. He has taken for the fourth time the CM of AP, and based on that, what are his challenges, what he should focus on. These are the dimensions touched by the editorial. What is the tone of the editorial? The tone of the editorial is a cautious means a careful, cautiously optimistic, yet demanding. Demanding in the sense what he is supposed to do, where his focus has to be. Let us go to editorial vocabulary. The very first word, vacillation. Usually the word vacillation goes with pendulum, but here, part of speech noun, the act of wavering between different opinions or actions, indecision. Sometimes this side, sometimes that side, you keep moving this side and that side. That is known as wavering. You have to remember this word, or vacillation. Example, his constant vacillations on the issue frustrated everyone in the team, means everyone got disturbed. Synonyms, hesitations, fluctuations, indecisions, wavering, important word. Other words are rather easy. Determinations, resoluteness, an important word. Decisiveness, also important. The second word, flip flop, part of speech noun. A sudden reversal of opinion or policy, abrupt change. Abrupt is an important word. What does it mean? Sudden. Sudden change. Still not audible. Who is this? Am I audible? Not audible. You must have just joined Lakshman Rao. Initially it was not. Now it is audible, I suppose. Others, please respond. The politicians are flip-flop on the tax issue surprised his supporters. Means sudden change. Reversal, change, switch, U-turn. U-turn you have to remember. Consistency, steadfastness, an important word. Stability. Thank you. Plagued, if you guys remember the other day, I listed out 5 diseases: the plague, the flu, the measles, the mumps, the rickets. That time I said, if you take the word plague, it is a disease. It also means some problem that troubles you for a long time. Today you have got with that meaning to cause continual trouble or distress. She was plagued by doubts about her decision to move abroad. Usually it goes with problems. Plagued by financial problems or plagued by debts. Be silent. Troubled, afflicted. Afflict goes with the word pain. Tormented, important word. Beset, important word. Today you have got very a lot of important words. Every word, synonyms, antonyms, some important words are there. Afflicted, tormented, beset. Remember all the three. Comforted, alleviated. Alleviate, after a long time we have got. I usually give based on alleviate, assuage, mitigate. Bank exams have given many a time. And soothing words, But you have to remember these three are very important. Do remember. What is the next one? Nestled. Part of speech verb. To settle or lie comfortably within or against something. The small village was nestled in the valley. Means the village is in the valley comfortably. Snuggled, an important word. Settled, easy. Ensconced, an important word you have to remember. Tucked in. Usually tuck goes with a shirt, but here also you can use that. Exposed, unsettled, displaced. But here you have to remember, as I said, a lot of important words are there. Snuggled and ensconced. You have to remember these two. Stall can be a noun, can be a verb. A food stall, that's a different meaning, an easy one. But here, stall is a verb. As a verb, it means stop someone or something. To come to a standstill, to delay or obstruct progress. Usually it goes with obstruct progress. The project stalled due to lack of funding. No funding, it stopped. Halted, stopped, delayed, obstructed. All simple words. Progressed, advanced, moved forward, accelerated. Accelerate means to speed up. For that, you have to recollect one important word. What is it? Expedite. Dampener. You have to know words like first damp, a little wet, then drench, then soak. Degree, a little damp, more than that wet, more drench. In a way, these two are synonyms. Something that has a, but dampener means something that has a restraining or subduing effect. You're highly excited, enthusiastic. Someone comes and brings down your enthusiasm with some bad news. Then you say, that has become a dampener. The sudden rain put a dampener on our picnic plans. They wanted to go on a picnic, but sudden rain became a dampener. Inhibitor, deterrent, we got yesterday also. Suppressant, depressant, simple words. Antonyms, encouragement, wet blanket, very good, Naidu Paidi. Encouragement, stimulant, catalyst, booster. All these you have to remember. Though catalyst is a word that goes with chemistry, booster. Detrimental, we have got many a time. Detrimental means what? Harmful, hazardous, dangerous. Here used as a noun. The state of being harmed or damaged. The factory's emissions were a detriment to the local environment, hazardous to the local environment. Harm, damage, injury, impairment. Important word. Benefit, advantage, gain, improvement. A reeling under, it takes a preposition under. Part of speech verb. To be thrown off balance or feel dizzy. Last week I used this giddy, dizzy. Means what? You feel everything is going round and round. But another meaning to be in a state of shock. Reeling under pressure means experiencing that pressure. He was reeling after hearing the unexpected news. Staggering, stumbling, wavering, floundering. But here don't use other words you have to remember. Though they have other connotations. Studying, stabilizing, balanced, composed. We have got many a time. Impending, impending project, impending plan means what? Part of speech adjective. About to happen or imminent. Imminent, an important word. Likely to happen. Here, everyone was anxious about the impending storm. Approaching, forthcoming, imminent, looming. Looming is also an important word. Distant, remote, delayed. You have to remember all these words. Very important. Stagnate, we have got many a time. Water got stagnated. Means what? No movement at all. Ceasing to develop, becoming inactive or dull. The company's profits were stagnating for the third quarter in a row. Stalling, languishing, but languish means to suffer, not stagnate. They have been languishing in poverty, means they have been suffering. Declining, idling. Declining also I don't consider because here stagnate means same state, status quo. Idling. You can use this word. You can use this word. Don't use these. Thriving, I gave last time. Thriving, flourishing, progressing, advancing. If you guys remember, I gave the combination thriving business, flourishing business. Systematic is different, systemic is different. My style of teaching, I always say systematic. Means what? Simple to complex, easy to difficult, basics to advanced. This is a systematic approach. But here, what is the word systemic? Part of speech adjective relating to a system as a whole, especially as opposed to a particular part. Something that is related to an entire system, not a particular part of the system, we use systemic. The reforms aim to address the systemic issues, means what related to the system in the education system. Structural, comprehensive, integral, inherent. Integral, inherent, other meanings are there, but here the class is at 6. From now on, the session is at 6:30. Please check the time. Till yesterday it was 6:15. From today, English, the Hindu analysis in English at 6:30. 7, bilingual. This is purely English. Comprehensive, you have to recollect the word holistic, and also exhaustive. Localized, isolated, specific, individual. Cues. Cue singular, cues plural. Noun. Signals or prompts. More than signals, you can think of the word prompts for action. Clues, also you can say. Hints or indications. The actor waited for his cues before speaking. Signals, prompts, indications, hints, all these words. Antonyms not applicable. No antonym. Let us go to the editorial stimulus. High expectations from whom? From Chandrababu Naidu. On Chandrababu Naidu as Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister. What is the main idea? Mr. Naidu must focus. Must is used to express a personal obligation. Here it is obligation imposed by the editorial or the writer of the editorial. Must focus on creating jobs, one thing, at the same time while continuing welfare schemes. Editorial opines and imposes an obligation. According to that obligation, Mr. Naidu must focus on two things. One, he must focus on creating jobs. The other, he must focus on continuing with welfare schemes initiated by his predecessor. With Telugu Desam party leader Nara Chandrababu Naidu having taken oath, having taken, this is a non-finite verb, very important. Having completed the work, he left the office. First, he completed the work. After that, he left the office. For that, you can say, you can use past perfect, you can use a non finite verb. You can say he had completed the work before he left the office, or having completed the work, he left the office. Both the patterns are very important from the exam point of view. Do remember. With Telugu Desam party leader Nara Chandrababu Naidu having taken oath as Andhra Pradesh's chief minister for a record fourth time, the expectation is that this will bring to an end the vacillations over several policy decisions that have plagued the state and its economy. The state, newly formed state, Andhra Pradesh, has been plagued by a few problems. Means if a particular problem exists for a long time, lasts for a long time, then we use the expression plagued by. Plagued by Vacillations, wavering related to what many issues and several policy decisions. Now it is time to work on those and its economy also. Decision making, wavering, economy not in a good condition. There is a hope that this will bring to an end the vacillations and improve the economy. The grand ceremony saw Prime Minister Narendra Modi and several National Democratic Alliance partners in attendance. Yesterday was a swearing in ceremony, and the Prime Minister, many top ministers from the center, and celebrities from other states attended the ceremony. As anticipated, as expected, top priority has been given present perfect tense passive voice to Mr. Naidu's unfinished dream. When he became the chief minister, when the state was formed, he had a dream to construct a new capital, a world-class capital, Amravati, that could not be completed. Now he talks about finishing that. Has been accorded top priority. What is the top priority? As anticipated, as expected, top priority has been accorded to Mr. Naidu's unfinished dream. What is that unfinished dream? A world class capital at Amravati, nestled means comfortably placed between two of Andhra Pradesh's biggest cities. What are those two cities? One is Guntur and the other one is Vijayawada. And also, besides that, and on the banks of the river Krishna. Before any river, you have to use a definite article the. Mr. Naidu has already indicated, present perfect active voice, that he would revitalize, bring back the old glory, revitalize this project that was stalled, past tense passive voice. His predecessor stalled the project, active voice past tense. The project was stalled by his predecessor, past tense passive voice. That was stalled by his predecessor, the one who worked as a CM before the present CM, Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy, predecessor. It would be imperative we have got many a time, vital, crucial. It would be imperative, however, to enact a law on the capital region to settle the matter. There has been a lot of disturbance regarding the capital. Chandrababu Naidu chose Amravati as the capital. On the other hand, Y.S. Jaganmohan Reddy wanted to have three capital idea he wanted to implement: Vizag, Kurnool, and Vijayawada. But this has to be settled. High time. How can it be settled? Enact a law. However, to enact a law on the capital region to settle the matter, that is something very vital, important. As why here as is used as a conjunction to express a reason. Flip-flops over a capital for a large state such as Andhra Pradesh have been to the detriment of governance. No capital governance gets affected. It talks about that. Flip-flops over a capital for a large state such as Andhra Pradesh have been, here again, present perfect tense, but have been to the detriment. It is not in passive voice, it is in active voice. Have been to the detriment of governance, means harmful to governance, the economy, and businesses. So many things got affected due to lack of capital, no certainty about capital, and a psychological dampener for a people already reeling from the loss of Hyderabad. Not having a capital is not a good thing. It will make a psychological negative impact. And on the one hand, AP people lost Hyderabad. That is one painful thing. Reeling from the loss of Hyderabad. At the same time, no capital. Definitely, it impacts psychologically. Already I've given, don't join late, join in time. All the words I have given already at the beginning of the session. Who is this Subramaniam? Anyhow, flip flop means taking a U turn, sudden change, abrupt change. The chief minister must also address environmental concerns for the Krishna due to the impending and rapid urbanization. It is going to develop like anything because he became the CM. and he has to consider, he should focus on environmental concerns for the Krishna, remember, very important. What is the reason due to impending, likely to, no need to say sorry, Subramanyam, impending and rapid urbanization. They are inevitable, going to happen sooner or later. Second part talks about Chandrababu Naidu's profile. He is known for what? And what is his strength? What is his weakness? Based on that, editorial suggests something. Mr. Naidu is viewed as a pro corporate urbanizer. Look at the wording, pro corporate, for corporate urbanizer, focusing more on urban development, focusing on building cities and largely neglecting agriculture. Positive side, pro corporate urbanizer, negative side, neglecting agriculture and allied sectors, positive and negative. While he has been rightly credited for Hyderabad's emergence as an IT power center, today it is an open secret, everyone knows, goes without saying. Hyderabad is in this state today, became a world famous city only because of one person, that is the visionary Mr. Chandrababu Naidu. No one can deny that fact. While he has been credited, present perfect tense, passive voice, for Hyderabad's emergence as an IT power center. He must now make good his promise to Andhra's farmers to lift them out of stagnation and poverty. No doubt he's very good at urbanization, building or constructing futuristic cities, and bringing industries and creating employment. He's known for all these things. But on the flip side, there's a criticism. What is it? He does not focus on agriculture and allied sectors. And now it should focus on Andhra's farmers, their problems, their plight, to lift them out of stagnation, no development, status quo, static, and poverty. Indeed, I was taken aback. Please respond, those who have been attending these sessions regularly and my students. Do you think this is the right word here? Go through the sentence and respond. Indeed, complementing the Super Six promises in the manifesto of the NDA alliance in the state was an annual 20,000 input cost for the farmer. No one has responded. I will give you some time. But Andhra's agriculture sector, much like the rest of the country, requires a systemic approach. Entire system has to be focused on to increasing farmers' incomes, generating sustainable livelihoods, reducing food waste by expanding cold storage supply chain facilities, and increasing output efficiency by implementing climate smart farming practices. All these things are required and should be given high priority. As a futuristic leader, generally I use the word futuristic with futuristic house. The design looks like it belongs to future. Then we say futuristic. Here, aptly used, a futuristic leader, visionary. As a futuristic leader, one would hope Mr. Naidu would take these cues. All these things are to be focused on. But the most pressing concern, important concern of creating jobs while continuing the unemployment allowance and other welfare measures begun by his predecessor, that is Y.S. Jagan Mohan, must be his top priority. Yes, only this will inspire faith in his government and his governance. He has got a lot to do. It is an uphill task. That's all for today, but today I think we have 3 minutes. Try to respond quickly. What is the main expectation from Nara Chandrababu Naidu as he takes office for the fourth time as Andhra Pradesh's Chief Minister? To reduce state population, to finalize the Amaravati capital project and create jobs, to increase the number of welfare schemes, to reduce environmental regulations. I'll do it and I'll move on because we are running out of time. What significant project does Chandrababu Naidu plan to revitalize that was stalled by his predecessor? Obviously, the construction of a world class capital at Amaravati. What sector is Chandrababu Naidu criticized for neglecting in favor of urban development, agriculture, and allied sectors? What initiative related to farmers is mentioned in the NDA Alliance's manifesto? It is an annual 20,000 input cost support. Which environmental concern is highlighted regarding the Amravati capital project? Air pollution from increased traffic, deforestation, water pollution in the Krishna River due to rapid urbanization. Today, I have brought editorial vocabulary antonyms. After the session, in the afternoon, I'll provide the PDF. That time, you go through this and try to choose the appropriate antonym. I reiterate, not the meanings, not the synonyms, antonyms for a change. Thanks for being with me till the fag end of the session. And do remember, from tomorrow, this session is at 6:30, not 6:15. And exactly, it should be complemented, Shiva Prasad. You're the one. It is not I, it should be E. Yesterday also I found one error, today also one error. Surprising. While typing,